Alright, I'm gonna do some more fortune telling. It's January 11th, 2021, and I hope to leave the country. I am a little bit worried about uh, being required to take the COVID-19 vaccine and also the events at the Capitol last week. I just think things are way out of control. And so I'm thinking about leaving the country, and I want to do some fortune telling to tell me maybe where I should go. See, I have this Monopoly deal deck with me because maybe it will tell me what place I should live, right? What kind of property I should live in, and I'm gonna draw some cards from Pandemic to tell me where I should move to. Let's do the city first. So I'm gonna get my Pandemic cards. Let's see, do we want to draw? Let's draw from the player deck because it has special events in it. Maybe it will tell me to do something. Okay, what city should I go? That's not a bad city. It's somewhere where at least I could be at least somewhat familiar with the culture and not have language barriers. Yeah, India was one of the places I thought about. Unfortunately, on the dating website, there's a lot of crappy stuff if you choose India for some reason. I tried, what did I try that time? New Delhi, and there's a lot of advertisements for spam, so it didn't work out too well. But I do want to consider India because I could practically retire if I moved to India. Obviously, I'd have to adjust to a completely different culture, but I think I can handle that. I'd much rather not have to worry about listening to somebody else's orders in terms of whether or not I get the COVID-19 vaccine. You know, if Bill Gates shows up to India to try to give me a COVID-19 vaccine, I can tell him to fuck off, right? That's more important to me at the moment. Sudan, I'm not familiar with. Khartoum. Well, might be a place I could almost retire as well. Algiers. Johannesburg. Yeah, maybe. As long as I can retire. Because I just want to be able to say fuck off if somebody says get the vaccine or you're fired, right? If I could go to work and my manager comes up to me or HR comes up to me, get the vaccine or you're fired, okay, fire me. I want to have the privilege of doing that. That's the main thing I've been looking at lately. Jakarta, yeah, that's the kind of place. All right. Now, what kind of property should I live in over there? Indiana Avenue. I'll have to read up about what kind of place that is. Yeah, lots of money. I think this is the highest money card. Maybe I'll get rich when I go to one of these countries. I'm already kind of getting rich off of the pandemic, but that's another story for another time. Action card. Double the rent. Play a rent card. Player must pay you. Yeah. Make double the money, right? Let's see if I can draw an event card from here. Beijing. I've never been to Beijing. I went to Shanghai on my way to Taiwan one time, and I actually went to a wet market there. I was gonna try some. What was I gonna eat there one time? I think it was dog liver, but when I asked the vendor if he uses MSG, he kind of laughed at me and said that it was Taiwanese people who use MSG, and it just gave me a little bit of concern. I thought he was gonna play a prank on me and put MSG in the food, so I walked away without getting anything there. Mexico City. I've been to Tijuana. I've never been to Mexico City. Not my kind of lifestyle, but again, I'll have to think about that as well. Mumbai, yeah, that's the kind of place I want to go. I've dated a few Indian girls here in the States, so I feel okay with that. Moscow, that's a little bit on the expensive side. An epidemic. That's fine, as long as I don't have to get the vaccine. I kind of got excited 2 weeks ago when I was sick because I thought I might have gotten COVID-19 a second time. And I was hoping that eventually, if I can show I have antibodies, maybe I can be exempt from the vaccine. So I'd much rather deal with that. Essen, Germany, Lima, Santiago. I've never been to South America before. Tokyo, too expensive, obviously, but I think they're a little bit freer than the United States. They probably would not tolerate forcing a vaccine on somebody, right? Manila, yes, I would think about that. Milan, Sydney, Miami, New York, Madrid. I'm a little bit concerned about how the EU is handling COVID-19. Earlier in the pandemic, I was thinking maybe I would be safe from vaccine requirements in the EU. I don't feel that way anymore. I mean, unless it's a cheap area where I could practically retire, I'm thinking outside of the EU now. Cairo, Bogota. Come on, an event card. I want to see what I need to do. Where'd all the event cards go? Oh, did I put them somewhere? Oh, here they are. I was wondering where they went. I've been programming the game, so I've been using this as a reference. Okay, I'm going to shuffle up my event cards, and I'm going to draw one, and see what's going to happen when I get where I'm going. Yeah, one quiet night. Skip the infect cities step. Do not flip over any infection cards. Maybe skip the vaccine, right? Airlift, nice. Yeah, I hopefully we'll reopen the borders. I'll go somewhere and then we'll close down right again. I'll be just stuck there where, I kind of regret, back in March, when we first heard about COVID-19, I could have flown to another country to spend the last, well, almost a year now, right? Where I could have had lower living expenses, and I'm working remotely anyhow, right? Oh well, I made a lot of friends here in the United States. It was not a complete loss, right? Resilient population, yeah. Hopefully the people I live with will be resilient. Forecast, right? Maybe I'll forecast the market correctly, get rich. Who knows, right? Or, better yet, forecast of where I can meet my future partner, right? Government grant. We could all use one of those nowadays, right? Anyways, I encourage you to think about leaving the country given what's been going on in recent times.